welcome back everyone. So right now it is my lunchtime, even though it's 11 a.m. It's still lunch for the kids, and that means I have lunch. It's about 45 minutes. It will go down to half an hour in the next couple of weeks as the students return back to live in-person teaching. But for now, it's still 45 minutes. It's pretty good. The kids will usually eat, stretch, use the bathroom, shake out all of the energy they've been holding in from sitting for a long time. So we just had our math block, and like I said, the kids had a math test. They were learning fractions, so fraction on a number line, fractional parts of a set, anything having to do with fractions. That was their test this morning. And I was the one that got to teach them all of it. So student teaching is really just teaching the students from head to toe. So I can get support from my master teacher and my supervisor and my colleagues. And my master teacher provides me with all the textbooks or resources that the students have access to. So their workbooks and their math textbook. And I just create the stuff that they learn. So I can show you some of the stuff that I made for our math unit. Our classroom uses Google Classroom, so everything that they are working on and have access to is posted in their Google Classroom page. So let's take it to math. And I think I mentioned earlier, I'm really just in charge of math and science. I do teach pretty much the entire day, so English, or language arts, grammar, writing, math, science, and our class alternates science and social studies, so I'm not teaching social studies right now since we are learning science. So let's see, let me try and find all my slides, because I do make slides for every topic that we're learning. So it's several topics within an entire math unit. So let me show you. So these are all the Google slides that I've created. So starting from 9-1 to 9-6, 9-7 is down here. And for fractions at least, and I would say this for all of the math, we try to do like a theme or a topic that all the students can relate to or feel engaged with. So for fractional parts of a set, which was topic 9-4, I did a Minecraft theme, and the kids really enjoyed it. It fit in with the topic, and it fits in with their classwork, and in that way they're interacting and being engaged with the content. Sometimes I will also have to make interactive slides for the kids to work on. I see that they really like the interactive slide. They get to move things around, they get to add text, they get to kind of do their own thing, and it's really helpful for asynchronous time. So let me tell you a little bit more about my daily schedule. So our day starts at 8:30. This is our chance for everyone to sign in, and then we take about an hour and 15 minutes to do welcome, attendance, all our morning routine stuff, and then language arts. And then we have a break, and then at around 10 o'clock we have math, and that goes on for an hour. And then after math we have lunch, 45 minutes. When we come back from lunch, we have social studies or science. This week we are doing science. And then we have another recess break right after science. Science is about 30 minutes long, not super long. And then after that recess break, we have our last chunk of instruction, which is for ELD. Sometimes we read to the kids. Sometimes they're working on worksheets. Normally we do grammar at this time. Anything in relation to language development. And then afterwards, the students go out for asynchronous time, which means they are learning at their own pace. They get work, or they get a list of work to do, and then they just do it on their own, at their own pace. And normally we see that the kids, they get like an hour for asynchronous time every day, and they get all their work done in that 1 hour, and then they can relax and not have homework the rest of the day. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Wednesday, the kids come in at 9:45 to check in with us. They say, "Hi, how are you? Good morning. Where's my work?" We give them their work, and they are off. They spend the entire day working on activities. They are supposed to be in instruction until 1:40 every day, so even on Wednesday, they're working from 9:45 to 1:40. But we probably don't give them enough work to take all that time. But on Wednesday, they get to do their own thing, which is pretty fun. So what else should I talk about? Oh, and so I guess Wednesday for us, because the students aren't in instruction, is our professional developments in the morning. There might be a meeting where we learn how to use different technologies or different strategies. There was a meeting about virtual field trips, which is really interesting. At this time, we also have staff meetings. Student teachers aren't required to go to staff meetings, but we think it's really good. It looks good on us, right? The principal gets impressed if we go. And a lot of the times they're talking about topics that we should be involved in, like reopening schools. I was very interested in talking about that. And then you also get to meet other staff members, other teachers, and hear their experiences too. And then we also have just planning, right? Your team meetings with your grade level, or your team meeting with your master teacher. Maybe you have a parent conference, IEP meetings. That usually takes place on Wednesday. So it's kind of a quick week this week, because on Thursday and Friday, our school is going to allow teachers to come back to reopen their classrooms to get started in a couple weeks to reopen the school. I will not be going back in person. In student teaching, it's normally that you go wherever your master teacher goes. That's kind of their rule of thumb at Cal State Long Beach. If your teacher's online, you're online. And if your teacher's in person, you're in person. So when you apply to student teaching, you get the option to choose your preferred districts and your preferred grade level. So they tell you, which districts would you like? And then they try their best to accommodate you to where you live, your commute style. Everything gets factored in. I live in Lakewood, so I got put in ABC school district, which is super helpful for me. I wouldn't have to commute a lot, even if I was in person. And because of the pandemic in this semester, they also asked if you would be willing to go back in person if you had to. So it wasn't like I was really forced to go back or forced to stay online. It was really up to me. I know some student teachers got placed in virtual academies just because, or districts that said that they would not be going back this year just because they couldn't or they didn't want to go back. And I got put in a district that did reopen, but I guess fortunately and unfortunately, I am not going back. So the bright side is that I get to stay home. I don't have to wear a mask all day, and I get to use the bathroom whenever I want. But at the same time, I'm a little bummed I don't get to go into an actual classroom, which I think is okay. So my whole take on virtual learning is, I guess it's just another tool in my toolkit. If the situation ever arises where I do need to teach online, I'm fully equipped. I know how to do it compared to somebody who's never done it. So I consider it a blessing rather than a curse. But yeah, so it is lunch. I am going to take some time to have a snack. It's pretty early. I normally eat after school. But I think what I've heard from a lot of teachers is to not do anything during your lunch. Don't grade, don't worry about the kids, don't respond to emails during your lunch. Just relax, take a deep breath. And that's certainly what I'm going to do. I love just going to my bed and laying down for 10 or 20 minutes in this break and then getting right back to it and setting up for science. I'm really excited for our science lesson because I've been attending the STEM mini conference going on at Cal State Long Beach online, and I've learned so much. I love the science department at Cal State Long Beach, or the science ed department, and they've just helped me so much with science. I've grown exponentially in science, so it's my favorite thing to teach now. we just started a new unit yesterday, which is on the different environments. So I'm excited to talk about that with the students today. And they'll be doing an engineering challenge next week where they get to design their own animal, which is very, very cool. And I'm really excited to see what they come up with. So I am going to go enjoy a snack, go lay down, take a little bit of a break before science starts up again, and I will see you after science. Bye!